Well, the old stove went kaput. So the other day I went out and bought me a brand new stove. And there it is, all shiny and new. And well, the thing is, I cannot quite install the thing yet because, well, let's take you over into the kitchen and set you down here. I think I worked on this. I think this is the spot right here. All right. Now here's where the stove goes, is right here. And, well, a little history on the wall behind the stove. Well, when the wiring went in here, originally the electric supply for behind the stove was put into a box right here. And well, that never worked from day one. So this became a junction box, and the outlet for the stove came down here. And this is where they worked for years and years. That was where the outlet was. And besides that, down here where the gas line comes up from the basement, well, to put this last fitting right here in, to wind that thing in, had to remove a chunk of drywall to get the wrench through there and all that kind of stuff. So it was already all kind of beat up behind the stove before. And then, well, with the new stove, the location for the electric outlet needs to be way back here in the right corner. I wish I could push it further, but there's framing there. That's as far and as low as I can get the thing. And there it is. It works. And then we got the gas line coming in. This is going to work with the new stove. So happy about that. But, well, once I had to move the electric line once and then again and do that thing. Well, everything behind the wall really got beat up here. As you can see, it's all been patched together, and we have lots and lots of drywall screws. And let me say, have I got everything in camera here? I don't know. I got to look way up. Is this it? Here's my leg. There it is. And all these patches. No, not everything is quite in camera. We gotta move this. Like that. Is that better? Okay. Jesus Christ. Wow. So as I was saying, I had to move the electric outlet way down to there, and the gas line and all that kind of stuff, and everything's kind of patched back together. And I've seen this on several times before, and it just kind of annoys me. People do patchwork like this kind of thing, and they say, okay, well, it's all going to be covered up by the stove, so good enough. We're calling it done. Let's put the stove in. But no, I'm not accepting that. Something I'm going to do before I put this stove back in, the new stove, is do this patchwork here. And at a bare minimum, we're going to tape all this stuff. There's a cut. Here. And then after taping it, well, I'm going to put at least a coat of primer paint on this over the tape before I install a stove. I'm not just going to let it go with these open seams and stuff. So anyway, enough on that. Who wants to watch someone smearing mud on the... So next up, there is the issue of the backsplash. And again, I got to check this camera and make sure, have I got it up high enough? Here? Maybe? Is, where's the, I'm going to point my finger and see if it's, so, no, we're not near high enough. We're going to move this thing. There we go. Ha ha. There is the exhaust hood up there. Now, with the previous stove, what we had was I had this stainless steel backsplash here, which boy, now that I've removed it, I probably want to clean it up before I put it back. But it went up here, and I never did have it properly installed. But, well, as it was, it worked just fine. The backsplash on the old stove came up here, and everything was covered. But, well, with the new stove, got to take you back to that thing again. You will notice there is no backsplash. So I got some more wall to cover. And so here's what I came up with is I got this thing here. It just kind of tucks in. Cut it. This is a stainless steel. What this thing is this is actually there we go. This is actually a door kick, or what do you call those things? I worked for a door company for a few years, and I got a few salvage parts. And well, this thing is going to go in here, and that tucks a little bit below the level of the stove. And well, I'll let it, there we go. Put the camera back. Okay, like that. And so that thing's going to go in there. And, well, to put in all this patchwork stuff, and I'm going to need a place to run screws in here. And so I got some screws, but I can't just run them in the drywall. So I have this, what I did behind the wall here, while it was cut open, I tucked a whole bunch of this, I got this beautiful cherry plywood here. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I've been sitting on it for years. A few years back, I made a nice jewelry box out of it, and I gave that away, and, well, very happy that the recipient liked it. And what I got to do is drill holes through here, and, well, once that thing's in, and this thing is actually going to be tucking behind this, like so, and up just behind the range hood, and then we got a nice stainless steel backsplash all the way along to go with that nice stainless steel stove that I just got. And, well, so the new stove